Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Devin Lavore. Got another little tidbit of encouragement for you. And this one's going to be more of a challenge than it is a encouragement per se. But I'm going to ask you a question. If me and you were friends, would you stop being my friend because of something one of my other friends did? Just throwing that at you. I mean, let's just, for the sake of the game here, let's just say, we're really good friends. Would you stop being my friend because of something else one of my other friends did? Or say I'm some really famous person and you would want to get to know me, but because there's a lot of other people who know me that you don't like, is that going to prevent you from wanting to get to know me? Where am I going with all this? Well, you hear a lot of people voice their offense at the church, and because they're offended at the church, they don't go to church, therefore they don't want to have anything to do with the church. It's just them and God. And that's kind of a problem, because you're basically getting offended. What you're doing is you're being disobedient to God, and you're telling God how the relationship with Him is going to be because someone else offended you, because one of Jesus's followers offended you, another person that He knows offended you, so now you're treating Him disrespectfully. You're telling Him that you're not going to obey Him because so-and-so said such and such, and that church is just full of hypocrites. And it's like, come on now. The truth of the matter is, let's talk about the truth. The truth is, yes, there's hypocrisy in the church, but there is a whole lot less hypocrisy in the church than there is in the world. The world lives and breathes in hypocrisy. I could tell you, you can name tons of different businesses, organizations. Advertising is almost a hypocritical business. Look at McDonald's. They take a picture of this perfect burger with a nice sweaty tomato and the perfect lettuce and juicy sweating meat. And what do you get when you get there? It doesn't look anything like that. Okay, you have certain political groups telling you that, hey, you're not giving all of that rich money that you have and blah, 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 while at the same time, they got their presidency from campaigning with rich people. The list could go on and on and on, but it's like, if you're going to keep yourself out of church because the church is hypocritical, or you've been hurt by the church or something like that, then really what you're doing is you're hurting yourself and you're being disobedient to God. How many times has someone actually hurt you and they don't even know that they've hurt you because you haven't talked about it, you haven't said anything about it? So don't let your personal offense against the church or something that has happened to you keep you from God Himself. Because whatever you've been hurt by, God understands that, and He knows that, and He will and can heal you from that. But you have to allow Him to do it. You can't, that old saying, don't cut off your nose to spite your face type thing. Don't do that. It's like, don't tell God. God says very clearly in His Word, if you stop fellowshipping with the church, then you're going to shipwreck your faith, and you're going to be in some big, fat, eternal trouble. So why are you going to do that to yourself? Don't do that. That's, pain is part of life, But I just wanted to kind of throw that question out there and maybe start a conversation. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below, like, what kind of things have you been hurt by in the church? If you're a person that has decided that you're just going to watch sermons online, or you're going to follow, you know, famous preacher podcast, but you're actually not going to go and fellowship with the people of God, his other sons and daughters, who is part of his family, and he is a father, and you're not going to be part of that mix, you know, maybe you could share that, you know. Tell me why. Why are you not going to church? Why are you... Well, it's because it's a religious thing. Or, you know, not going to church can be a religious thing. We can get into that some other time. And as far as being hurt by the church, ooh, man, I could get into that as far as my own personal life. But one thing I've always done, even from the time I remember I had to leave this church, the first church I ever went to when I was like, I don't know, 23 years old. It was a harsh situation going through that church. It was a church split. But I knew, I was like, Lord, I don't care what's going on. I'm really tight with these people that are getting ready to leave, but I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. And see, that is the situation that you have to put yourself in. You always have to put yourself in a situation where you're going to do what God wants you to do. Don't let something that someone else did keep you from what God has for you. So, if you like that video, let me know. If you dislike this video, let me know. But I just wanted to encourage you guys and let you know, just don't do it. Don't kill yourself, basically. Don't hurt yourself. Don't mess up yourself because of something that someone else did. Okay, so I will see you guys next video. God bless you.